Hello and welcome to the NSK's PB Power, brought to you by NewSchoolCon.com for October 1st, 2016. My name is Yoshi, and as always, I'm joined by Charlie Draco Cowden.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm tired.
You're tired, I'm tired, so we're going to get the show started. And we got a couple PVs we're going to talk about. It was a slow week, but a couple of interesting things that we should discuss. First up, Star Marie, Spell of the Book. Our favorite gothic magical girl thing group, right? That's what they are.
I don't know if I'd call it favorite, but sure.
You have another favorite magical gothic idol group?
No, probably not.
No. So it is our favorite, and they're back to do some more of their songs. Never been a fan of their songs, to be honest with you.
No.
I've
I think
never
they've
gotten to
had
them.
one or two that have been alright, but I've never gotten into the group.
I've checked out their last two albums. Nothing really stuck. Like, it's nothing bad, but it just didn't speak to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not grabby enough for me.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. Well, not slow, but
It's not so much as speed. I guess like the melodies like come off as flat for like all of their songs, which is a little
yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, there's nothing exciting in it.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like when you have a song that's sort of flat, like it doesn't build up the hype, you need to have like bigger, like fuller instrumentals, and they don't really do that. It's like a very standard, like guitar pop rock sounding song. So when you do that, you gotta do some more things in like vocals, whether it's be catchier or a little more crazy. But yeah, it's just presented in this very emotional, like melancholy pop rock anime song.
Yeah. And the video doesn't help in any.
Yeah. The video is very straightforward performance PV. Although the concert looks pretty hype. They have a set where they have like fake bookshelves and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a bookstore or library or something
Yeah.
to that effect.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice little set they got going on here, but it's a consensus among us that we're not big fans of these live performance PVs because it's like we might as well just buy the fucking DVD or Blu-ray, right? If we're gonna see this, if you're not gonna
Yeah.
do something different with it, like why even bother? You know?
Yep. And it kind of looks like they might have had a live band during it, but not during this song.
No.
It looks like there's a drum set and a keyboard set up, but not in use during this song, which might have made it more interesting.
I mean that would certainly help, but I don't know if that's gonna solve the issue of the song being plain because honestly, live instrumentals, unless you're doing something insane with it, it's not that like crazy in idol music, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you can have like idols performing the songs themselves and get away with it, you know?
Yep.
Whether it's Gimme Five or Pacifico's Sky, Perfect Sky, like you
Yeah.
can get away with doing that stuff because it's not that intense, you know?
Yeah.
Now this song is a little more intensity than those two songs, but yeah, it just even with live instrumentals, I don't think this song would be that interesting.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
And I mean, the outfits are nice ish.
Yeah, I think I said this last week that I'm not really into the gothic look with laces
Eh,
and like puffy skirts and stuff.
I'm not sure if I'd really call this gothic, but I mean, a couple cases maybe, but overall, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean it's not terrible. It's just like it's a taste thing, right? It's just not
Yeah.
something I really enjoy looking at. I'd be totally okay with them just wearing school outfits. Like that's totally fine with me, even though it's like sort of weird in this context
And overdone.
and overdone. Of course, it'd be boring as shit. But like, I wouldn't be able to like I wouldn't say one's better than the other because I just don't care for this style of clothing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not big on it, but they're not like Hello Project.
Well, that they Hello Project's outfits are a whole nother monster, and
Yeah.
we'll definitely get into that. We'll be talking about on Judamu a little later, so we'll definitely get into talking about their outfits. But yeah, this is like it's well done and nicely designed, and everyone's wearing something different, which is always nice. It makes each member stand out, and you can tell them apart and stuff when you're looking at stuff like this. And
Yeah.
it's always appreciated for me as an Idol fan that follows like way too many groups, and I can't remember any person that's not like a group that's like a favorite of mine, like a close favorite of mine. So
Yeah.
like, if I come back and say Star Marie again, like in the next couple months, I'll be like, oh, that girl was wearing that blue dress in the last PV. I remember, or it's something to kind of like you can remember with. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, nothing really memorable. But yeah, it's unfortunate that these PVs still exist, and it it's fine if you're trying to sell the DVD, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the case here.
Probably not.
No, it's off of their album. So you're promoting the album, not a concert DVD, right? If you're promoting a concert DVD, like put their like song from like their third album on it, and then have this video. Like that would make me hype for the concert DVD, not so much like a new single. You know?
Does that say Halloween album?
Yeah, it's a Halloween album.
Okay. And apparently it is. I mean, it's from the fantasy show this year, so at least it's not really
Oh, it's
old
not
footage.
brand new.
It just says 2016 live, the fantasy show.
Oh well, that might just be the concert that they performed this at, though,
Yeah.
right? It's not like an official release date.
No.
So if this album song is not released yet, then like I that's fine, I guess. But I feel like these things should get their own PV, not concert footage.
There's a release date there, and if this is a Halloween album, that's a really late release date.
Yeah,
December 26th.
yeah. That's not. No, that's. I think that's the concert.
No.
Oh,
Well,
the concert is the 26th, the fantasy show.
yeah. So I guess it's a bit of both.
Yeah. And there's a guy that commented that said, "Holy shit, first kill me, please." What the fuck? Oh, God, I hate looking at YouTube comments. I feel dumber.
Yeah.
I feel so much dumber. All right, you ready to rate this?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
I'll give the song a C. It's very lackluster and uninteresting for me. The PV, I'll give it a D.
It
There.
will. What was that?
No, go ahead.
I will give the PV a F plus, if you can call something an F plus. It's lazy. It's boring. Way to do PVs for new releases. I don't like it. Never liked it. Give the song a C minus. I think it has its moments, but it's just not overly catchy. Like there are parts of the song that are really catchy, but then like a split second later, it's not catchy and boring. So yeah, it suffers from like a I don't know bipolar disorder in terms of me being hooked on it. That's Star Marie, spell of the book. Next up, our favorite pachinko idols. Sanspo Idol Reporter. Let's go, Lucky.
I was going to ask you if these were like gambling idols.
They are. We've talked about them before.
Yeah, yeah, I remember talking about them. I just don't remember them that much.
So they're under Sankei Sports, which is like a newspaper company, but I guess they deal with gambling and stuff. So their official like motto of the group is that they're a group that reports on pachinko machines. So whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know.
I, I I'm
They test them and then give reports on them. I don't know.
I guess so. I bet they have some videos on their YouTube channel like saying this is the new Metal Gear Solid pachinko machine. Check it out. This is what they've done to this beautiful franchise. Those bastards from Konami, you know?
Probably.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm not interested enough in this group to go dig all that up, but if
Yeah.
you're interested in that kind of stuff, like pachinko stuff, go look them up and get some more info on pachinko machines, I guess. But yeah, the PV, they're just running around in a casino looking place. I'm assuming it's like a pachinko parlor, but they have
Yeah.
like roulettes and stuff instead of like pachinko machines.
I think they have both,
They probably
but
do.
mostly I saw roulette machines.
It's probably like a big pachinko parlor slash casino place that you can
Yeah.
just spend an entire day there just gambling your money away.
Yeah. It's it's not a very interesting video.
It really isn't. It's
There's a couple like transition scenes that are all right, but overall it's just like the center girl or what I assume is the center girl running backwards through the lanes.
yeah. It's it's as low budget as it gets, I guess. They rented a pachinko parlor, which is nice, but their management deals with that directly, so it's not like that big of a deal that they landed this location. Like it's neat to see all the different machines and stuff, but I don't think they focus on it enough to for me to get into the machines. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this machine looks different from this one. I can barely tell that they're all different, you know? So,
Yeah.
like I get it. The focus is that this is an idol group that covers pachinko machines, not a pachinko idol group, I
Well,
guess.
it's not a pachinko promotion, but it is.
Yeah.
So
It's just
it's a subtle promotion for pachinko.
it's just like the most blatant like crossover. You know, like even like when AKB does like a promotion with Pucho or Momoclo does a promotion with ice cream company, it's like a one-off thing. It's
Yeah.
not like in our face every time they release something. But clearly this is their thing because that's what they are known as. They were a pachinko reporting idol group. So it's yeah, I just don't see anyone like really getting into this idol group unless you're like a pachinko fan and you're sort of an idol fan. You could get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really see it. The song is very repetitive. Like highly repetitive.
Yeah,
And I guess it's semi catchy, but it's not that engaging.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. You're right. It's catchy, but yeah, it's not engaging. That's a great. I would say that's a really good way to put it. It's just there. You see it and you go, okay, I understand what is going on. I hear what's happening, and I'm not all that interested
And
because
I'm tuning out now.
yeah, like there's nothing inherently terrible about it, but like even if it's just sort of catchy, it's just not catchy enough for this very straightforward standard song.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the chorus is pretty catchy, but beyond that, I tuned out.
It it reminds me of like 80s like girl band. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think they're called Lindbergh. It had a female singer. I don't know if the rest of the band was uh women, but they had a couple of songs that are very similar to this style of music. It's very pop rocky, sort of anthemic, like catchy chorus and stuff, but like sort of flat like this.
Hmm.
And it reminds me of that. Mm, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
It
I
just
don't know.
doesn't
It's
grab me.
just
It's catchy enough, but it's not. I don't have a need, like I don't have a want or a need to listen to it. You know?
yeah, yeah. It might be catchy when you're listening to it, but as soon as you're done, you forget it.
Yeah. I think I have this feeling that this PV being not so great is hurting the song. I think if we gave this song to any other idol group that we're semi interested in, I think we would like the song more.
Maybe.
I think so. I really think so. I'm trying to think of an idol group that would do songs like this. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but
Well,
like if they did this song, I think we'd like it better.
when you said that, my first thought was like chubbiness,
Chubbiness, okay. Like
which
if I wasn't the chubbiness, yeah, I could see it being totally awesome.
was the first group that popped into my head. But
Yeah, I mean if they do like up tempo like pop songs like this, yeah, it's like totally like a serviceable song. But like this PV being so boring and uninteresting, I think it hurts it. The
yeah,
song that is. So, anything else?
no.
Go ahead, rate it.
Uh, I'll give this song a C plus. It's a little more catchy than the last one, and that's about it. I'm gonna give the PV an F just because it's really, really bad quality
Just
and
say it.
boring.
You're about to say shitty.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not good. I'll give the PV a D minus. Just as you said, it's boring. It's not fun to watch. It's not shot very well. Weird filters on top. It's not great. Song, I'll give a C, flat C. It's catchy. Just in this context, I don't want to really listen to it.
Yeah.
So that's Sunspo Idol Reporter. Let's go, Lucky. Next up,
I'm with Dell on that. How many balls do I need to win an idol?
a lot, a lot.
Uh,
You need to be there for days collecting balls to win an actual idol, probably. No, maybe you can find out from the Kyoraku people that work with AKB. Maybe they'll let you know. See how many balls you need to collect for Kojima and Adele. All right.
Ooh.
Anjurumu. Ai no tame, kyou made shinka shite kita ningen. Ai no tame subete. What the f... This title is so long. Shinka shite kita ningen. I don't think that's the whole title. What is this? Whatever. Okay, it's a really long fucking title, okay?
Yeah.
It's really long, way too fucking long. I'll never remember the title.
I'm surprised. I just noticed there's no translation for the title.
So even they gave up. They're like,
Yeah.
this is way too fucking long. I'm not even gonna bother translating this. Because
Yeah.
every other Hello Project video has titles and everything translated into English, so it's yeah. Maybe it doesn't fit. I don't know. Maybe the title's too long.
Maybe there's a character limit for the title. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, you know what? Whoever wrote the song, they can fuck off because titles should not be this long.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not Tsunku, so it's not. We can't blame Tsunku on this one.
Go tell that to AKB because
Oh God,
they
what was
do
it?
that too.
Suzukake Nanchara.
Yeah.
That song is pretty good actually, but
That's freaking song title that's like 2.5 miles long.
it's way too long and really fucking stupid. So yeah, this
Momo Close Moletsu.
Oh yeah, that's a way too long one too.
So is this the one girl's last single?
No, I think that was the last one.
No, the other girl.
Wait, there's another girl leaving?
Yeah.
Are you serious? I didn't know this. Are you sure? Hamura
Isn't-
Mamie left already.
Yeah, but isn't Takeuchi Akari leaving?
She's leaving too? I don't know. I don't think she is.
Thought she was. Maybe not. Could be completely wrong on that.
I don't think she is. I googled it. I don't see anything coming up. Pizza Ghost is in chat. He could probably confirm for us, but I don't think she is leaving.
Okay.
So this PV takes place in a studio set as usual, per usual. Nothing different here. I don't know. They're like
Yeah.
they're standing in like I guess it's not really a set studio. It's more like they found a place that looks like that and they used it.
It looks like
Some underground cave
parking lot or
development thing. I don't know. I don't know what that is,
it
honestly.
kind of looks like a set for like Indiana Jones.
The ball is like running into their pit that they're in.
Maybe.
Could be. Maybe
But
that's the part we didn't see.
with the pillars and stuff and the other shots, it
Mhm.
just kind of looks like something from like Indiana Jones or something like that.
Yeah, it's got like this like hidden temple kind of look to it because it's got like rocks, like carved rocks on the side. So yeah, I could totally see that. So it's not really a studio or set. I did not represent that very well. To me it looked like a set from like first couple of views, but I see that there is a clear path on top, so I'm assuming it's not really a set.
Well, it probably is, but it's more like movie set rather than studio.
You don't think this was like a man-made like thing outside
No, I think it's inside.
in the environment?
Yeah, I think it's probably in some like hangar or something like that.
Alright, if you say so. So they're in this like pit, and that's about it. And they're like looking at hearts on a Macintosh.
If you read the lyrics for this song is actually pretty interesting.
Uh huh. I
Um,
didn't.
I did. I don't know why, but I did. There's like every so often some Hello Project song just makes me read the lyrics, and it's like,
Well, I mean that's why it's there, right? So you can look at it and go, okay, this is interesting or not interesting.
yeah, but normally I don't pay any attention.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either. I don't listen to really the lyrics.
Unless there's some stupid like happy end or some really silly thing in there.
Yeah.
Um,
But this
it,
song seems straightforward.
it is. I
Mhm.
mean, for Anger Me, it's very straightforward. But it's all about the like internet social climate type thing. It's about how even though we're more connected, we're less connected.
That's like that's some deep commentary that I agree with because people aren't as connected as they used to be because people aren't actually communicating in person. So
Yeah.
I totally agree with that sentiment. That's kind of beautiful in a way. And they added this new girl that came out of nowhere, and I'm like, who the hell is this? I thought she was in Tsubaki Factory, but apparently she's in Anger Me.
Yeah, apparently there's a fifth gen Anger Me. I don't know. So I think the title translated is the human evolution of love and the human degenerated or degenerate of love or something to that effect.
Right, right.
They do have it in the video.
Yeah, yeah. At the end,
Um,
yeah. So the new girl was a surprise, and then I was like, oh, there's another new girl, but then it's just I call Maho with a haircut. I couldn't recognize her because that haircut looks fucking. I'm not gonna comment on that. But yeah, it's something.
I'm not even sure who the new girl is. I recognize like two or three girls in
You
this
can't
group.
tell who the new girl is.
No, I have no idea.
Holy shit, dude! Come on.
I recognize like Akari and Dawa, and that's it.
God. There's just one girl who looks totally out of place because she's not been in the group until now.
I never pay attention to him.
Come on, man. So
Uh,
I just want to say Murata Mizuki looks fantastic.
Yeah,
Just
no idea who that is.
Just putting it out there. She dyed her hair a little brownish. Looks
Uh,
fantastic.
Her.
She's fantastic.
Oh wait, there's two of them with brown hair, so I'm not sure which one's which.
It's the better looking one.
That
which
doesn't
is
help.
of course, all subjective. So the PV, they're in this like pit, like I said before, and they're looking at their Macintosh, Mac desktop, whoever fucking owns those these days. And then they have like hearts on their screen, and the members are just looking at it. So I guess it's like it signals like what you described earlier as like human interactions aren't the same anymore because of the internet, and we're all disconnected even though we're connected, type of thing.
Yeah. Well, one
So
of the lyrics is like, instead of stroking your LCD or your LED screen, I want you to stroke me instead. Which is terrible, but I mean, it does.
oh no.
I mean, it is a very terrible
Oh
lyric, yes,
no.
but
Oh,
the freaking translation of the lyrics is pretty freaking bad. Where there's no high speed radio waves.
oh god. I mean, is that what we do when we like swipe on our phones and stuff, or like
Well, I mean,
we're
yeah,
stroking it? I
pretty
mean,
much.
keystrokes I could see, but you don't really keystroke on an LED screen.
No, but you still like run your hand over it, and
I guess, yeah. It's that's fantastic. That's great translation. I love that.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a view on how society is at this point.
It's cool. I think it's accurate. I think it's totally correct as to what kind of like social climate we're in.
Yeah, but also saying, hey, we need to break out of this,
Yeah,
and the first train must run because then I can't, or I can't meet you.
that's
Yeah,
great. I think this song's great.
I
And
enjoyed this song. The
I think
video
the song,
was whatever.
I think the song's really catchy, and it's got this like neat like when I was first hearing it, I was like, "Oh, is this another Tsunku like one of those EDM pop songs?" But then I listened to it closer, and I was like, "No, it's not as like aggressively in your face about his weirdness, you know?"
Yeah,
Like you hear a Tsunku song and you go, "Okay, that's a Tsunku song." This song didn't really come off that way, so I had to like check and make sure that it wasn't, and it wasn't, and it's sort of like trying to be a Tsunku song, but it's definitely got the flavor of the composer, in this case, who is I can't
somebody I
read
can't
that
read is.
fucking kanji because that's some fucking weird ass kanji. Mr.
Yeah,
Tomohiro, it looks like. So I think it's got a nice groove to it. I think the instrumentals are nice. I think the chorus is mega catchy, fantastic, and yeah, I'm digging everything song wise. Just PV's a little boring, but I don't hate it.
yeah, yeah. The PV is really boring, but I do kind of like the effects of them, like on the, I guess, holographic keyboard with the blue lights and stuff,
Hmm.
or LED screen. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be representative of, but
Yeah.
I do like that effect.
Uh huh.
That's about all I can say about the PV, though.
Yeah, I think about sums it up. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, go ahead.
I think I'll give this a B plus for the song, um, and a C plus for the PV. I'm really not. I really kind of miss the Hello Project, like story driven PVs, or at least have more context to the song. Well, like I Wish or uh, I Know Big Band.
Like social commentary.
Well, no, the PVs actually have like follow the theme of the song,
Right.
and this one does to a certain point, but there's not
But not
that
really.
that much to it. So
I mean, if you want to do a PV about like how disconnected we are while we're connected, like do something like more surreal rather than this like Indiana Jones set thing,
yeah,
whatever. So yeah. All right. Think I'll give the PV a C minus. It's shot nicely. I think there's some interesting effects there, but for the most part, it's pretty boring and it's kind of dull. Like colors are really brownish, not very interesting to look at. But it's not like a terrible PV or anything. The song, though, I'm gonna give a B. I think it's solid. I think it's really catchy. Trying to remember what the last Anjuremu song that I really liked was. I think I liked Tsugi Tsugi Zoku Zoku was their last single. I think that was a really good one. Probably not as good as Tsugi Tsugi Zoku Zoku, but I think this is up there. I think it's a really good one. So that's Anjuremu. Ai no tame, kyou made shinka shite kita ningen, ai no tame subete, taika shite kita ningen. Say that 10 times.
I can't say that once,
Yep.
so no.
That's terrible. It's a terrible name. All right, next up, Lyrical School Magic Hour. Draco, would you say this is your favorite rap idol group? Or would you say that your favorite one would be
Mm,
the one we're about to talk about after this? Two PVs after this.
I would say old school.
Old school.
The
Okay.
the one we're going to talk about, I would say old school
All
would
right,
be
so
my
would you say
favorite.
this is your second favorite rap idol group?
I
You don't
guess
have,
so.
you don't have to answer.
I guess only because Sawai Tonaka don't really count as idol group. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean if they counted, I think yeah, for sure I would put them above this.
oh
I
yeah,
I don't think I've ever liked anything that Lyrical School's done musically. I just think it's either like too retro for their own good, like Sugar Hill Gang kind of rap, and then it's either that or like this thing that they're doing now for Magic Hour, where it's this Japanese rap where it's very. I think the group that I'm thinking of is like Homemade Kazoku and Ketsumeishi and like rap pop groups. I think that's
yeah,
the groups that come to mind. I think those artists really remind me of this song, and I'm just not a big fan of that kind of music. So it just never spoke to me. And yeah, this is no different from any other rap that I hear
yeah.
from Japan for the most part.
I was never a big rap fan to begin with, and this doesn't help at all.
Yeah.
I I pretty much tuned out about halfway through the song.
Yeah, I can't even tell you what the chorus sounds like, and that's the first thing I look for in idol music in general, not just like rap or pop music. I just the chorus is just them like singing a couple of lines, and it's not that catchy. And rapping itself is not really catchy if you're just spewing the lines out. There's sort of like little things that you have to do in rap to make the act of rapping like catchy, whether it's like intonation, inflection in your voice. It's just like when I think of catchy rappers, I think of dudes that are able to like play with words to like make it rhyme, but like not use like the same exact sounding word and make it rhyme. And I think that's the sort of things that like Japanese rap is missing. They just go straight forward to this like we're gonna make rhymes rhyme and that's it. No flavor. We're just gonna rap and talk about rap. You
Yeah,
heard?
yeah, yeah.
So
Well, and I wonder how well you can actually make something rhyme in Japanese and still make sense.
yeah, I mean that's the tough part, right? Because Japanese is such a robotic, stiff language that's very hard to work with. Just in general, like not just
Well,
rap, but
they
it's a
they
hard
just
language.
they don't have a lot of synonyms and homonyms
Right.
and
It's hard to kind of elongate. Like in English is such a versatile language for music, like singing
yeah,
and melodies, but Japanese is much more difficult. So there's only a certain combination of things you can do, and because they're rapping, that's even more so limited because they're doing that.
yeah.
That's probably the
Well,
reason why I could never get into like Japanese rap.
well, I always saw rap more as this style, more a speaking, singing style rather than a singing or just pure speaking rather than the rhyming part. But I mean that is for at least Western rap. That is a big part of it is the rhyming and the what do they call it? I can't think of the word now.
Rapping,
And
rhyming.
well, it's I can't think of it now. Yeah,
Okay.
I lost it.
So yeah, I just not a big fan of this song at all.
No, not at all.
I'm falling asleep right now. That's
Yeah,
why we're talking about rapping in general because it's such a boring song to talk about.
yeah.
Um, the
There's
PV. Let's do the PV.
yeah, it's pretty much matches the song.
It does. It's very slow. It's very scenic. Very boring. It's
And
very member focused, which is nice, I guess.
yeah, but even that's it's zoomed out. They're not looking at the camera. They're just kind of staring off.
Yeah, and then they have this like weird widescreen thing going on.
Yeah,
It's like widescreen times two. Like they cut a widescreen video in half.
yeah,
It's kind of amazing and not great. I mean, I guess
and
it kind of goes back and forth, but I don't know. It adds a little bit of flavor, but the video itself is so boring that like even like editing techniques aren't gonna like make the PV interesting because it's just the members standing there looking up and looking sideways, looking down and singing and rapping. So it's
looking
kind of
melancholy and
yeah, it's a sort of
depressed.
melancholy, depressing thing. Yeah, it's just not good in terms of
No,
like interest. If
and
you're
there's Japan filter on top of it.
yeah, but if you're into like sad emotional rap songs, Japanese rap songs, this is totally for you. But for me, no thank you. I will pass.
Yeah, I passed like 2 days ago when I heard this song.
Yeah. You passed out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, anything else?
no.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna give the song a D minus and the PV a D minus. Maybe an F. It's bad,
Yeah.
boring.
I don't think it's bad per se, but it's boring as all hell. It's just there's nothing bad or disgusting or terrible or horrific about it, but just insanely, mind-bogglingly boring.
Yeah.
But if you're into very emotional rap, I think you might like it. I'm just not into emotional rap. I will give the PV a D, and I'll give the song a D plus. That's Lyrical School Magic Hour. Next up, we got a long ass drama PV on our hands, boys. So
Hmm.
put your seatbelt on, and if you're driving, I would suggest you pull over
Yeah.
so you don't crash your car because you might fall asleep on the wheel. It's Maneki Ketcha Time Machine. So it's like Seishun-ish. You know, there's a guy narrating. He's like, "Hey, can you see tomorrow? Am I there? You know, future, blah blah blah. Will you remember me?" Type of shit. So it's one of
Yeah.
those things. The members are all fucking depressed and sad and hating their lives. And towards the end, there's a little bit of hope, but like in the beginning of the PV, like a member is like taking a piece of paper that she crumpled up and opens it up, and it said something like hope or tomorrow or happiness or dreams and shit like that. And at the end, she tosses it, and then another member finds it. So I just described to you the premise of the PV because the rest of the PV is 7 minutes and 40 something, 42 seconds of the members looking sad as fuck and depressed.
This like entire week reminds me of like the Haji Metal song we covered last week, done
Yeah.
poorly.
No, but like that Haji Metal song was actually catchy. Well,
Yes.
this song's not terrible, but it's not as catchy. Not even
Yeah.
close.
But it's in the same vein.
Yeah, it's that emotional Japanese like folk ballad ish, I guess.
Yeah. There's slightly more instrumental
Oh, here,
it,
yeah, of course, yeah.
going on here than in Haji Metal.
Hachi Metal was just like it was like nothing instrumentally.
Yeah. Which really says something to say that they actually made that song catchy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very simple song, and Haji Metal did a great job in writing it and producing it. But this is a very standard, like, Japanese ballad song, you know, sad, depressing, emotional, melancholy, all those adjectives you want to describe is fitting. It's
Yeah.
it's very standard. Nothing crazy going on. The only thing that weirded me out or freaked me out for a second was like in the opening lines, there are members like singing solo, and like the second or third girl that sings has like this anime voice, and it sounded so awkward, like hearing it in this context because it's such a emotional, sad, like very standard, boilerplate song, and I just hear like anime voice, and it just like came out of nowhere.
Yep. I would agree with that. So apparently this is like the girl doing the dishes and then remembering her youth.
Yeah,
And then the girl who was in the streets and is her best friend?
yeah,
Maybe?
something like that.
Sounds about right
They
anyway.
grew apart, It's something like that. But it just seems like there's like six different members like having six different stories intertwined, and we don't really get a payoff. Like they just meet on the roof at the end, I believe.
Yeah.
So like it's a drama PV with like just manufactured drama, no real stories. Like, oh, I got fired from my job. That's a bummer. I broke up with my boyfriend. That sucks. It's none of that. It's just like, hey, we're just sad now. Fuck.
Hey, this is real life and it sucks.
Yeah,
I
life sucks.
I
I'm
wish
gonna
I was
ride
a
my
teenager
hoverboard.
again.
Yeah, I don't know. God, I'm watching this bathtub scene that's really awkward.
Yeah.
Not sure if that needed to be here, but it's just mm,
Uh,
just
Deal
like
with the real questions.
oh god, what
Is
needs
the roof heaven?
Dell died.
Uh, Maybe.
Maybe they died. I mean, when they go to the roof, it does look kind of bloomy and white with Japan filters, so it could be. Could be.
Yeah, maybe they all committed suicide down
Oh
there.
god.
I don't freaking know.
Jesus.
It doesn't show that, as far
Don't
as I
say
know.
that they died of natural causes, okay?
It's yeah. The song's
It's
a
fine.
little catchy.
Yeah, like the chorus is fine, but it's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's too long. Japan, your songs are way too fucking long. Trust me, no one is asking for 5 minute songs. They'll be fine if it's 4 minutes. They'll live.
Yeah,
Trust me.
you're not Metallica. You can't make 7-minute songs that are actually interesting.
No, it's not possible. When you're doing very standard pop ballads like this, you can't. It just feels like it's dragging on.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad song at all. Like the chorus is catchy. That one girl sounds like Hirota Aika from Ebichu. So that's kind of cool. But other than
I
that, eh,
I remember my first thought when I heard her voice. Now I'm like, is that Aika? Is
sounds
this
like Ai, right?
is this some group that was made up from other members or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Like there are parts of the song where she does sound like Hirota Aika. It's pretty great. But other than that, it's a very safe standard song that really doesn't have much of a personality.
Yeah. Very seriously produced song though.
Yeah,
Which
and I actually listened to their previous stuff, and it's very serious too. They have no funny bone. It's very straightforward. But when you go
hmm.
to their website, it's actually quite contrary to what you're looking at here. They look like a goofy, like Momoklo type group, or like baseball girls or something.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
I
a
wonder
weird
what they're
disconnect.
like live.
I mean, can you imagine someone performing this live though? It's not going to be that hype, right?
It'd be them standing on the stage, bouncing, waving their arms.
Right. So I just I can't
Uh,
imagine it being that hype, honestly. All right. Anything else? There's just
no.
PV is like putting me to sleep. It's just so boring.
Actually, yes, there is one thing. You
Okay.
don't know who the freaking singing at any one time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, except for that one part, the bridge, I think. That's about the only part.
Well, there's like one shot of the rooftop that they.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally the only place where you can see them singing.
Yeah.
It's it's not good. Oh, so that paper, like the blonde haired girl found it at a karaoke bar that she works at, and she's the one that was like she's the one that had it in the intro, and then she drops it in the middle of the road at the outro, and then another girl picks it up, and then the blonde girl turns around to see the girl picking it up. It's
Hmm.
fucking whatever, dude. Fucking whatever. Go ahead, rate it, man.
I'm gonna give the song a C. C plus. It's not a bad song. I think if the PV was a little more upbeat, it might actually get a higher score. The PV I'm gonna give a D plus. it, uh, Everything wants to put me to sleep tonight.
Yep. It's a sleepy show, and I agree with you on all sentiments. I think the PV is super boring. It's got Japan filter. It looks not great. It just looks like a dream in a fantasy world, and they're all dead maybe because it's all white and milky looking. D minus. Song, it's catchy, like we said. I think the chorus is super nice. It's pleasant, but it's still a very standard pop ballad and not all that interesting. So it's a C for me. That's Maneki Ketcha, Time Machine. Last but not least, our favorite rap idol group, Rhymeberry. Bring it on down.
So this was at least partly written by Meaty.
Oh, interesting.
For the lyrics anyway.
Oh,
The
lyrics,
track
yeah, I
was
see that. Josh White.
yeah.
It's a dude. A
I
foreign
don't
dude.
I don't know who Datsu is, and I
Some
have no
guy.
idea who the third member is. So
So they added a new member.
yeah.
Her name is Maru.
Okay.
DJ Maru, I think. Let me double check. I don't wanna get her name wrong.
I don't remember. I've seen some stuff with him, but
So they finally replaced DJ Hikaru after what, a year now since she left.
yeah, something like that. I mean, they haven't done much since then either.
Yeah, I mean they've released a couple things like hiking, and then did that really weird song. DJ Hikaru left in 2015 February. This new DJ, her name is DJ Omochi, full name Fukumaru Mochi. That's definitely not a real name, and she was in a group called Shoujo Kakano International, and she was a Miss ID 2017 finalist. Not
Hmm.
sure what her DJing background is. Probably none, because all she does is play fucking push a button on an iPad. Probably like DJ Hikaru, right?
I
I'm
think
assuming.
DJ Hikaru actually do more than they would let on, but
Are you sure?
well, she probably knew what a record was.
I would hope so.
So how old is she?
This girl's 18. She looks younger than that for sure, but yeah, apparently 18.
I
So
think she
they're all
actually
around
looks
the
older.
same age. So I mean, this like visually speaking, Rhymeberry makes way more sense with three members.
Yeah.
Not that the DJ is going to do anything, but it looks like a full lineup now. When there were two members for like the year and a half that they were, it was kind of like they're missing something,
Yeah.
because DJ Hikaru was such a big presence in Rhymeberry. So
Well,
I would you say she was?
in some regards, she was. I mean, if they wanted actual like pure vocals, she was. She was the one I would have gone to.
Yeah, but she was a DJ.
Yeah.
That's probably why she's a solo act now.
Yeah.
So what was funny is like what I enjoyed about DJ Hikaru was her deadpan like hyping the crowd up. Just
Yeah.
like everybody clap your hands, say ho, and like the
Jump,
super deadpan
jump,
voice.
jump.
It's That was amazing. That's what I liked about DJ Hikaru. But it looks like this DJ Omochi is a little more hype than that, which could bring about some more intrigue.
Yeah. I know that MIDI like wants to be a more serious rap group,
Yeah.
but I don't know how well that's gonna work out for him.
I don't know. This is a nice change of pace. The song is totally different from anything they've ever done. I think. I don't think they've ever leaned this heavily into electronics, like in terms of instrumentals, have they?
Mm, no, probably not.
Because this, like, if you take out the rapping, this just sounds like drum and bass. It literally just drum and bass.
Yeah.
So they're just rapping on top of drum and bass, and I think it's super neat because it's such a big difference from them going, "Oh, everybody clap your hands, everybody clap your hands. Oh, here we go. You know, it's got a little more attitude to it. It's a little more not darker, but it's heavier. It's a little more punchier. Like the instrumentals are punchy. Like it's really cool. I think it's a nice change of pace.
I actually kind of figured you'd like this one more
Yeah.
than their previous stuff.
This is the best thing I've heard from them since like Super MCZ Tokyo, maybe. Maybe I would
Mm,
even argue Hey Brother. Like Hey Brother's my favorite thing Rhymeberry's ever done. And
yeah.
ever since they've kind of been a disappointment because they've just always done the same thing. But this
Yeah.
is like totally different, like musically totally different and super interesting.
Well, what's the other girl's name from Aether or whatever?
Misaki, the Twin Tails girl.
Yeah.
She still sucks at rapping.
Yeah, she doesn't really like put much effort into it.
No, it just sounds lazy, and she's sort of like sing rapping.
Yeah.
I mean, Midi's fantastic. This DJ Amochi has like an anime voice, which is like super interesting, and it brings like this different dimension to the group. Maybe some people would like not like the anime voice, but I think it's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. And I mean she does some of the sing rapping too, but she also does some pretty rapid fire rapping,
Yeah.
which I can't understand.
Sorry, I don't understand either. Not a big deal. So I think the
Yeah.
song is super different and totally different from anything they've done, and because of that, it's really interesting. And I think not just its freshness is what's making it good, but it's also the quality of the product. I think it's catchy. It's got good instrumentals, good rapping. Meaty's always been a good rapper, good rhyming, and then also on top of that, the chorus, like it just kind of drops out, and they just kind of do this thing where it's like, but like that part's
Yeah.
catchy. Like that's totally okay with me.
There's one part in there that they do that a little too long for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand that. Maybe they do lean into it too much, but
But
I think it's catchy.
I think that's part is like towards the end.
Right. I mean, it's like the closing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do a lot. But like when you do rap, you can't just rap the entire time. You need to have like a break
Oh no.
where it's just
Yeah.
like singing. And I think this is like a good trade-off of that. Like instead of just like having a girl just like sing shitty random lines, like is like totally fine with me because
Yeah.
the rapping parts are totally serviceable and it gets the job done. So like I see nothing wrong with that.
I think it's something they probably could have cut out of the video and the single, but maybe used for the live version to better effect.
Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoy the song. What about the PV though? They're just kind of walking the streets of, I'm assuming, Tokyo, and just like following a camera and just rapping at it while like random visual effects happen. You know, it goes black and white, a little bit of coloring.
Yeah, the black and white effect is. I don't really see a point to it.
No, just to make it different, make it a little more visually interesting. Yeah, but
I
there's
mean,
really no point.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't see what they were trying to do with it.
Yeah, it just
Uh,
yeah, there's really no point. And it seems like they shot it on like different cameras, like the one that's like facing the members like directly in front of them. That one shot, I don't know if it's just a filter they're using, but it looks like it's shot on an iPhone or something. And then on a shot where it's like it's a little more off to the side, it looks like an actual video camera, like a really good quality video camera. So it's got like a weird, I don't know, it's got some weird inconsistencies there, but I think it's totally fine and not like a terrible, terrible thing.
yeah. No, I actually find the video mostly pretty dull.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
nothing crazy awesome.
there's a few parts like at the end where it keeps flashing the lights
Yeah,
that really bothers me.
yeah.
It gets pretty bad at the end there. Um, there's a lot of that going on in the PV. There's a lot of flashing, a lot of lyrical transitions that pop up,
Procedural
and
warnings.
yeah, well, very much possibly, yeah, especially towards the end.
Yeah,
Um, which I normally have an issue with, and I don't in this one, except at the end where they're flipping to the floodlights,
yeah.
and that one starts giving me problems with. Starts giving me a headache if I try to watch it.
Yeah.
Um, but the rest of the PV is, yeah, like you said, it's just them walking the streets,
I think it's fine.
which, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it.
No. I think it gets the job done.
At least they're not walking empty streets.
Yeah.
They
It
are
makes it
walking,
it makes it feel lived in and,
yeah,
yeah.
they are walking down some, looks like maybe some shopping districts or something to that effect.
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's in the background.
Yeah, it's just like a nice change of pace, different scenery. I enjoy that. So, yeah, I like what's going on here.
I mean, I don't find it that interesting, but I don't really find the song that interesting either. So
Mm.
I I'm just not a big rap fan.
But you like
I,
Rhymeberry though, right?
I liked their early stuff like Super MCZ and Hey Brother and some of their earlier stuff, but
Mhm.
I haven't really liked what they've been transitioning into
Yeah.
since Hikaru left.
Yeah, I mean that's when it just like went to like yeah, I just didn't really enjoy it, but like this might be what gets me back in. Like adding a third member, her being like completely different from the other two and like it just now it looks like a cohesive unit like with different personalities and different voices that I can hear. And then also this nice change of pace with the song which is completely different. It's like a really cool package that we got here. I like the future for Rhymeberry now. I wasn't sure before, but I'm totally into this.
Well, I know you've always wanted harder, grittier rap, so
Yeah, this is
I I figured this
close.
would be more along your lines.
Yeah, this is much closer to what I want Rhymeberry to be. This is like if Rhymeberry just keeps doing this, I'll be okay with it. I just didn't like the retro hip hop thing that they were doing. I'm just not a big fan of that genre. But with this, I can totally get down.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, go ahead.
Um, I'll give the song a B minus. I don't mind the song, but it's really not my thing. The PV, I'll give it a C plus. I'm not into it. At least I recognize them all.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, at least the front two. I mean, I didn't know the DJ, so
Well, now you know. She has purple hair. I will give the PV a C plus. I think it's enjoyable. There's a lot of flashing and stuff, so that can be a little irritating for the eyes. Like I'm looking at it directly right now, and it's just like I can't keep my eyes directly on it, or I'll have a seizure. So there are issues with that, but I think it's shot nicely and in a neat little PV. The song though, I'm gonna give a B plus. This is totally awesome. I love it. It's really enjoyable. This is the best thing that Rhymeberry's done in a long time for me. So yeah, I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's Rhymeberry. Bring it on down. So they brought it down. So that's gonna do it for the show. But before we end the show, we're gonna pick the MVPV of the night. That's the most valuable promotion video of the night. So that's where we're gonna pick which one we thought was the best as a package. I don't know about you, but I think there's a clear top two.
I'm pretty evenly divided on them all.
Really?
Yeah. So what are your top two? Because I really don't know.
My top two's on Junemu and Rhymeberry.
Yeah, I was leaning to ANGERME. And
You didn't. I don't think you liked anything else. Like I think you were the highest on Junemu, and everything else was just meh for you. It seemed like.
yeah, that one and Rhymeberry were probably the two highest.
Yeah. So I think we can come to a consensus that those two are the highest.
Yeah.
So which one do you feel stronger about?
Song wise, definitely ANGERME.
Hmm.
Um,
Tough.
PV wise, I'm pretty evenly divided on both. I mean, the ones in a studio or a set. Rhymeberry's is, I guess Rhymeberry's is a little more visually interesting.
Right. I think I guess it just comes with the genre, but I just saw more personality with Rhymeberry. It looked like they were having fun. That stuff helps. Like the little stuff like that helps. And
Oh
I get it.
yeah,
Legitimate had like a really serious song. It was very, dedicated to like, addressing social issues or whatever. So I get it. They can't really show personality and goof around. It's not that kind of setting.
yeah.
But like, we have to judge everything, on stuff like that. That's the only way
As
we
we
can
see it.
separate it. Yeah. So I just thought Rhymeberry just showed more personality. It was a little more fun to watch. Even if like the quality isn't as high as on Jutamu or it's
Well,
not
yeah,
as high budget, I guess. But I feel like it was a little more fun PV to watch. Although you might get seizures from it.
yeah. I would definitely agree with that.
And the song, you said you liked on Jutamu more, right?
Yeah,
See, I think I rated Rhymeberry higher for both, so I think we're split here. Mm, I'm okay with giving it to Anjuremu
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm okay with giving it to Rhymeberry, but
because I think my scores were like the only difference was like plus or a minus type of difference, so it's not a big difference. So I'm
yeah,
okay with giving it to Anjuremu.
yeah. I mean, I'm good either way.
Okay. I will go with you. I feel like I always drag you into my uh, side most of the time, so I will give you this one. Anjuremu, Ai no tame kyou made shinka shite kita ningen.
Something.
Ningen, it's cut off. Ningen, Ai no tame subete taika shite kita ningen. That
Shifu
is your
Taika.
MVP of the night. And if you're part of Hello Project and Anger Me Management, please reach out to us because we'll send you guys a nice little care package for winning the MVPV of the night. Congratulations. And that's going to do it for the show. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.